Yeah, you already know I'm gonna talk about that brush too. Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
still with the brush. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't
Hey,
nothing changed.
still ain't nothing wrong with that. All right.
No doubt.
All right, so we live. So, all right, but let me do a couple of things real quick. All right. Okay, we got you now. We got to tag you in it. And we gonna do this right. So yeah, we can keep going this talk on before I do an introduction and stuff. I just want to
Where?
do all this.
Let me see if I need to bring my shit down.
You good? We live, dog. So
Oh yeah, no doubt. What up, Lob?
yeah. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
let me type in all this stuff down and stuff so we get through. Son speaks.
Remember them days.
Okay. Yeah. Here we go.
Make sure I lock old baby Kurt out. You may think this one of his interviews.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is 12 Faces of Sober Speaks podcast, episode 10. I am your host, Kenneth L. Watson Jr.
Yes, sir.
Tonight's guest, man, let me tell you, we go back some years. I look forward to introducing him first, but I'm gonna go ahead and do a plug or some house cleaning as far as 12 Faces of Sober. Like I said, you can get this this sweatshirt right here. Let me move over. You can get this sweatshirt on 12facesofsober.com. All you have to do is click on the gold t-shirt and it will get you to all the variety of just strictly the 12 Faces of Sober merchandise, which is the t-shirts and the hoodies. And also just to let you guys know, I have I have 9 hoodies left, and I will not be getting any more hoodies until about September because it's pretty much hot here in Florida, except for today. We had a nice little storm, so I'm not going to have any more hoodies. So like I said, take advantage of it. All you got to do is log on to 12facessober.com, and you can get that. Also, I've updated my 12 Faces Sober website as well. You can click on order now, and you can get coffee cups in a variety of colors with the 12 Faces of Sober logo on, excuse me. You can get stickers to actually slap on your car or anything else, you know, on a wall. I like to put them on my laptop. I have neck gaiters. I also have 12 Faces Sober masks, all available. Like I said, all you got to do is log on to 12facesofsober.com. You can get all that merchandise there, as well as the book, 12 Faces of Sober. It's still available. If you want a signed copy, all you got to do is, like I said, log on to 12facesofsober.com, and you can go there. Also, you can go on Amazon as well. All you have to do is just type in 12 Faces of Sober, and the book itself should pop up. Like I said, for myself, it's usually like the second or the third book that's up there. But like I said, all that information is pretty much plastered all throughout my social media. So hopefully you guys will be able to take advantage of it. And then one last thing, I secured a booth at Juneteenth here in Jacksonville on June 19th. That's from 12 to 9 p.m. I'll be out there signing books as well as selling T-shirts and stuff. And then I'm also adding on extra T-shirts as well. So be on the lookout for that. I'll be having flyers and stuff like that. But moving on. Now, this guest right here, his name is Curtis Skinner, and I'll probably be calling him Skinner throughout the video or through the interview. That's just kind of how it is when you are in the military. We have a tendency of just saying our last name, so he'll probably call me Watson and call him Skinner. So you'll probably hear that throughout this. I had the opportunity of working with him. It was, I would say, 2010 at Fort Bragg.
It was about 8 through 11.
Okay.
8 through
Well,
11.
no, I got there December 2009,
9,
And
yeah. So
yeah, so okay,
yeah, so 8 through 11 is my time frame that we
okay,
work together. That 18 Fires time frame.
okay. And as I do this introduction, he how I met him, I can't remember if we were on shift or whatever it was. This dude like literally broke out a brush and was literally brushing his hair. Now, mind you, now this was like I was gonna bring this up towards like later on in the introduction, but seeing that he did that as soon as we came on,
Yeah.
that's how pretty much how I met him. So then it just reminded me of the poetic justice reference I was gonna use. And so I thought that was pretty dope that, we
Yeah.
started this off with the brush, and
I told
everything.
him,
And I
man,
also
look,
want to say,
that
there
brush,
you go.
that brush
Yeah,
don't change, man. I done had to brush my hands since forever. So we definitely
that's
gotta
that's
always touch it up, touch it up, touch it up.
that's truly a staple. But like
Yeah.
I said, I one thing about it is that I try my best to keep in contact with the good people that I've met in the military, and he's definitely been one. And we gonna get it back this season too. The fantasy football,
Oh
and
yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
we've had
Oh yeah.
the bragging rights over the years, and with COVID and everything, I'm sure we put a pause to it, for whatever reasons. But I do look forward to getting into that as well. And one thing that I did, learn from him was this one seasoning that is like very well known. And and he taught me how to use Lowry's, and we'll
Yeah,
probably touch on that a little bit later. But I just wanted to, for one, just say welcome to the real world.
yeah.
And
Appreciate it, brother.
I
Appreciate it.
definitely want to say thank you for your service. And like I said, Curtis Skinner did 20 years in the Army, and I had the luxury of working with him at least for at least 2.5 or 3 of those 20 years that he served. And I am definitely honored to have him on 12 Faces of Sober. And no need for me to continue to ramble, but I want to introduce my now retired brother, Curtis Skinner. Welcome
I
to the show,
appreciate
bro.
you, appreciate you, homeboy. Like man, it's an honor. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you even reaching out. You know what I'm saying? I see your movement, watch your movement. I love your transparency and how you moving forward with your 12 Faces of Sober. Dope, real dope. And how you doing these live interviews? That's what I find real dope. You know what I'm saying? That, as you call it, your radio man, that radio voice you got. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's dope what you do, man. Like you say, man, we met at Bragg, 18 Fires DFAC on shift. Just we had fun, man. That was probably one of the, out of the 20, that era was definitely one of the most fun eras, man. Cause we had some characters in that building, for sure.
Definitely, I would have to agree. Not taking away, from the time I had to Fort Bliss, but it just seemed that seeing that it was my first duty station, and I didn't know what to expect, and then it just got, they as soon as you get in, they're not worried about letting me try to give you OJT. It's like, nah, you going straight into work.
Yeah,
No
we
questions
gonna
asked.
grind it out. You'll learn. Hey, learn as you go, baby.
Yeah, and
Learn
and,
as
and
you
that's
go.
that's and like I said, there's so many memories. Big shouts out to, I'm sure, Courtney Washington's out there watching.
Yes,
I,
sir.
I,
What up, Wash?
and we all had memories. And like I said, it's one of those things where it's like we break away from some, and then we keep those.
Mm-hmm.
We keep them around, and that's one good thing about you. I'm not taking away from your introduction, but go ahead
Yeah,
and
yeah.
continue.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. So like I say, definitely great reaching out to you, man. We like I say, we can go. Hey, let's go. Interview starts. Where we go? Where do we start? What you want to know? What we talk about? Let's get it.
Okay.
Open
Well,
book right here.
so, like you said, you did 20 years in the Army. Would you like to, explain, like, your job? Obviously, we know
Okay.
we're, cooks, 92 get downs, but
92
explain,
get down.
explain, some of the things that you learned throughout your military career.
Oh, definitely, man. So we're definitely start course. 20 years. Just recently retired as of April 1st this year, 2021. So I really been retired 30 days now. Just 30 days, just getting retired. Definitely learned a lot, man. I grew up in the Army, so to speak. I left home, Norfolk, Virginia, Northview. You know what I'm saying? I left home at 20, and I did 20 in the Army. So, you got 20 years of home, 20 years of the Army, and you built the man that you see today.
Okay.
Definitely learned tact, patience, communication. Definitely, communication is probably one of the best things I learned. How to communicate, how to express yourself in communication. You know what I'm saying? To get your point across. Leadership skills, man. Army gave me some of the best leadership skills possible. You know what I'm saying? Adding on to what adding on to what I already had of myself. Army gave me a lot. They gave me a lot to go with, man. And it was a good 20 years. I definitely wouldn't change a thing. Wouldn't change a thing, man. I had 20 good ones. Believe me. I know people who have met me in their lifetime. They definitely got some memories of old Skinner. some good ones, but because one thing about it, I always found that smile, laughter takes you a long way. You know what I'm saying? So that was always my character. In the military, I always try to make people smile. You know what I'm saying? But let's get the job done at the same time.
True. So, yeah, because you had some of those that they didn't have time to smile, and it was hectic in the DFAC.
Yeah, man, you already know what time it is. that shit start from the time your alarm go about 3:30. Get to work about 4, 5. That how them days go.
Yeah. So how was it like? So what was the deciding factor? You said you joined the Army
for retirement. The deciding factor for retirement. I say probably year 15. Year 15 is when I probably got my first real injury that prevented me from moving how I was moving. So along with the injury and can't give 100%. I figured at the time it's like I'm looking to make the next rank, Master Sergeant, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I'm be a first sergeant in front of a formation. So if I can't physically give what I expect from the formation, then there's no need for me to be in front of the formation. And then the number one is I got 6 people that carry the last name Skinner that I produced. Which is my kids. So I wanted to give that time back to them. You know what I'm saying? Because my I got babies. My oldest 19, youngest is 4. So my oldest kids have, they basically went through their career with me. So a lot of sacrifice was made. And so now it's time for Dad to give that back. You know what I'm saying? Let's go travel. Let's get that time that I missed. You know what I'm saying? You can't take it back. You can't get that time back, but you can move forward. You know what I'm saying? And the military gave me definitely gave me a nice a parting gift, I would say. All right.
Gotta love that.
Hey,
gotta
I'm
love
not
that.
bad at that. You know what I'm saying? I well deserved. 20 years and that check for life. That's the goal. That's always the goal. That's always the goal. So so that was the main reason for retiring, was giving back to my kids, and because I know physically I can't give you the 150% that's deserved and that I'm used to. I'm not gonna get half fast. You know what I'm saying? So if I can't give it all, let me move out the way and let the next man take charge.
And then the question that I was actually initially trying to ask was 20 years ago when you decided to, like, what was the deciding factor for you to actually join the Army?
Go?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I tell you, I just needed to go. I just wanted to get out. You know what I mean? Like I was, was in my pop's crib. I'm working. Of course, I got, I always been a worker. So I'm out here go get mine. But it was just like, I wanted more. You know what I'm saying? I wanted more. I didn't know nothing about the military at the time. So I didn't know what to expect. So, but I just knew that I heard the military is a way ahead. That's all. That's how I seen it. As a way ahead. You don't know what you're doing right now in military. It's a way ahead. So I just left. I just left blindly, man. Told my people I was leaving, and I left, and then never looked back. I did my first 3 years. I was at Stewart. Stewart was my first duty station. Went to Korea. Then from Korea, I actually ETS from the Army. I got out. That was it for me. Got out. Like, nah, this ain't for me. I can't deal with these rules and these. Nah, I'm cool. I did my 3 and got out. Went home. It didn't move how I wanted it to move. And so I said, you know what? Let me try it again. Let me adjust myself and see how we go. And then boom, rest is history. We here now. 20 years later, 17 years later at that time. 17 years later, I'm retired, and here we are.
Yeah, and that's I guess to me is like, for me it was, I guess a lot of people's vision is they want to do 20. That is the goal.
Definitely.
And barring, just like you said, you did your first contract, you got out. And that's what happens to a lot of people. And then, like I said, you made the decision to go back in, and then you finished what you started, the 3 years that you was already in. See, like I said, for me, it was a different path. It was like, okay, I'm lucky to still be in here.
Yeah.
Like, hey, my chapter paperwork was right there on the desk. Like, okay, this is almost year 6. Like, we ready to put you out. There's no options, type stuff. So it's good. And like I said, and it's almost, it's more, I'm asking that question more or less because there are people that follow me that, they want to go to the military, and for whatever reasons. Like I said, for me, it was circumstances. I was 29, going on 30, or I was 28 going on 29. And it was like, okay, I'm homeless. I'm living, from couch to couch. Do I want to be at my mom's house, my dad's house? Where do I go? And then, like I said, and I had always told myself, regardless of if college didn't work out, that, hey, I will go to the military. And that was what it was for me. Like, all right, well, is a career something I could actually do? And that's what I envisioned. And like I said, a lot of people do, but then they run into problems along the way of the career. And a lot of people don't understand that you can get easily distracted in the Army. It's very one of those challenging things that you can get sidetracked, and it's peer pressure all around us. How did you deal with that? How did you deal with?
Definitely challenging. Because at the end of the day, you're still an individual, right? That wants to live his life. But we all know when you come into the military, the rules change. Their life rules change. You know what I'm saying? You're held to a standard, a high standard. Whether you want to accept the standard or not, you're held to that standard. Your leadership is going to hold you to that standard. The Army itself is going to hold you to that standard. The world is going to hang to that standard, right? Because the world sees the military as a high standard, right? So it is challenging to maintain that standard and also live your life. You know what I'm saying? When you're 20, you ain't lived yet, and here I am coming into a controlled career. Where it was controlled, right? We have left, right. You know what I'm saying? It's very controlled. So, when you get to the point where people telling you how you got to live, what you can and cannot do, it's challenging because, you're like, man, I didn't join the Army for you to tell me what to do. I left because motherfuckers, people telling me what to do. I'm ready to do my own thing. But, it was challenging. We made it through, man. We had fun, though. We had fun. We broke some rules. But we maintained enough that, you still have fun. Not necessarily break rules, but you have fun within the limits of that Army hold that it going on. You know what I'm saying? Without getting yourself into some trouble. Because we know how they go. We know them chopper packets, they come.
Quick.
You have to be out there quick.
Real quick. Now,
listen, I used to escort them out, baby. Listen.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna talk a little trash. Now, when you first got in the Army until that last day that they handed that DD-214, do you think your cooking skills improved, or did they diminish over time?
First of all, they'll never diminish. You see these hands? You already know what these hands do in the military. You're a witness to it. I don't think they diminished. I will say, with time, the more responsibility, the more rank you got. Of course, I got pulled out of that actual kitchen aspect of it. So, of course, being a senior, I didn't cook as much. In my senior days, never lost it. Every once, I get in there, but it was always my one rule when I did get in the kitchen: you got to clean the mess up. You got to clean it up. I'm gonna come in there and throw down.
Yeah.
Also knew, hey, I'm gonna do your product today. They knew it, right? So I'm gonna do my product. But you gonna clean this shit up when I'm done.
Yeah.
And I might make a big mess.
Yeah.
Just because I ain't gotta clean it up.
Yeah,
that's. Nah, they ain't diminished, man. Them hands still golden, man. They still golden. Hey, accepting any challenge is still, you know, whatever y'all want to do is all right with me.
I understand. Now we gonna take a shift from the military to the sports, and that's one thing that
slide to the side so you can know. You see
oh
what it
man,
is
yeah,
all right, you want to talk sports? You got it. All right, bet.
Yes, indeed. And we gonna do it one by one too, because I got something for you. But you know, I want to just touch on it as well. Just the relationships that you build in the Army, as far as especially if you're a diehard sports fan, and Skinner is a Cowboys fan. I'm a Chargers fan. So it was regardless of it.
Hey, sorry for you, by the way, but go ahead.
Don't even do it. Like, who's your quarterback? You guys probably should have drafted a quarterback.
We good. Dak ready.
Okay, well, we shall see. We shall see if he's worth any money, But my point is that that also kind of bridges the gaps. People come from different areas, different fans of different sports and everything, and that was one thing that I enjoyed with us, is that because it was like, regardless of it, the Cowboys were playing the Chargers, it was always some type of trash talk going on. In terms of the teams. And that's what I liked about the militaries, because those who were really true, like diehard sports fans, you knew, what I'm saying, because they could go down the roster. They can, what I'm saying, throw out the numbers and things like that. And that's one thing that I enjoyed that we definitely had, working together. But so I wanted to ask you, how do you rate the Dallas Cowboys the draft class?
Come on, man. It's an A. Y'all see what we doing. Y'all see that defense. Offense is already straight. The offense is great. They sleeping on Dak. They think, oh, come on, man. That Dak young. That bone healed nice and well. And that money got the best steel plate around that bone money can buy. He gonna be all right.
So out of all the players drafted, who would you honestly say is
for us?
Yeah,
I like the linebacker Pearson that they picked up from Penn State. Yeah. Pearson. How pronounced? Yeah, he gonna be a problem. He'll be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because he's filling that void that Sean Lee was giving up. Sean Lee was giving up because he was old, can't run, can't cover like that. So you get a little young boy in there who can fill that void, learn the system. He gonna be all right, man. Linebackers, our linebackers, we should be top 3 easy linebacker core.
Yeah, I mean, it's see, the thing is that you guys truly do like look good on paper, a lot, and
it's a lot,
but it just doesn't come together. Listen, you know what I mean? It's like it's something's missing.
Well, last season, you know what happened last season,
right?
We was on the road,
right?
We was on the road. Dak was the #1 quarterback in the league, even after getting hurt for a couple weeks. So you already know where we were headed. But that's still not finishing. I mean, with anything, it's 32 teams. Everybody can't finish. Only one team gonna finish out of 32.
That's true. That's true.
So I mean, it'll come. It's just like I say every year. This our year, Super Bowl this year. You already know what time it is.
Well, I mean, that's a good hope, a wish, and a prayer. But being realistic, I think, is what's most important.
But realistic, I tell you what, we will have a better record than the Chargers this year.
Okay.
We will make the playoffs this year.
Okay.
And the Chargers won't.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I'm really glad that the Dolphins got Tua. I will honestly say that, because I was wrong, because I thought the Tua was going to be the better pick. But I'm glad that I sit at home and watch and don't make those type of decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So our quarterback, rookie,
He did his thing.
yeah,
he did his thing. They
yeah.
did my man Tyrod Taylor dirty though.
I believe I would have
Absolutely
to
did my man dirty.
honestly, I would say that for
Just
sure.
to give that man a shot, they did Tyrod dirty.
I think so.
Perfect.
I think that might have been something behind closed doors.
Yeah, that definitely was some
Because
shady shit. But he balled
because
out.
he did. Because he didn't get the opportunity to continue to play. However, I got injured and was like, okay, you're not coming back to play. And it was like, wow, okay.
Yeah. I mean, decision was made. Yeah, you done for the season. We're
yeah.
going with
So
it.
yeah, and that's all it is. But so honestly, you know, the NFC East is a division that is
that shit was horrible last year.
yeah. And yeah. And I guess the thing about it is that it, for some reason, like and like I said, I mean, this is just pure talk, but like how is it that like the NFC East can be able to get in the playoffs with 7 and 9?
Well, if you
let me know that.
You know how they get in, but it's just like it is what it is. Top team from the division will get in, no matter how shitty that record is.
Right,
you're gonna get in.
Right, but 7 and 9.
Look, hey, remember the year Giants did it? Worst record coming into the playoffs and won the Super Bowl. Yeah. It don't matter once you get past that goddamn that
get in.
It's game time. You know what I'm saying? It's anything can happen. So I'll look past the records when it comes to it. But we were horrible last year. The whole NFC East just need to be thrown away, restart or something. They could have called me. I'd have played quarterback. Shit. Boy, it was bad.
Yeah. So now, you know, I don't really follow basketball like I should, like I used to. Obviously, it's I guess for me, it's more or less of a preference. Like I don't know. I guess you know, I grew up a Charles Barkley fan. You know, and despite, you know, living in San Diego and right up the road was the Lakers and everything. I don't know. I guess that for me, it was the last couple of years of Kobe's career in terms of him not being healthy. And it seemed like the league was kind of not allowing him to get the right kind of pieces. It kind of turned me off to it. And now you're able to see these teams make these super you know, like some stuff that you would see on a video game. Now you can basically have an all-star team. Are you in favor of that? You know, or you know what I mean?
I mean, if personally, yeah. I mean, if it could happen, I don't see if the contracts and all that shit line up that you can go play with your mans and run up the scope, run it up. By all means, go run it up. You know what I'm saying? It was there. My contract ended. They can afford me. My man said I can come play with them. Why not? Why not? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I just think all that talent, though, need to go and shift their weightage back to Chicago so my Bulls can get back to doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? Bring some of that talent back.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at the what was going on as far as the seeding if the playoffs were to start. And I'm noticing that there was a team missing.
Hey,
whatever do you? I'm just trying to know. I mean, you know, like seeing that I just mentioned that I don't really follow basketball, you know, and the luxury of, you know, doing my homework as far as my job.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? I know that you're a Bulls fan. I'm like, okay, I'm like, dang, I'm waiting to have a discussion. I'm like, all right. But then there's no way.
I'm gonna cut it short for you. Ain't too much Bulls discussion going on. Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. We ain't even gotta discuss that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We hurt.
Well, since they not really in the mix, would you who would you say is truly the strong point out of the East? I know the hype has been
Oh man,
Brooklyn.
okay, no. If you're looking at it, just the eye test is Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
They got first of all, KD and Kyrie. Them two names alone.
Mm-hmm.
The East belong to Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Then you bring a goddamn James Harden, and all the other plethora of personnel they done brought over there. You know what I'm saying? Coming off the bench, Brooklyn definitely the best team on the East. You know what I'm saying? If you with the eye test, you know what I'm saying? There's some teams gonna give them a run for their money though. Don't get it twisted. They ain't about to just run through the East in the playoffs. They probably definitely got to deal with some Phillies, you know, Boston's, them guys who can give them a little run for their money.
Okay.
But they definitely coming out the East though.
Okay.
They definitely
and so who you got out the West?
I mean,
I see that the Lakers right now is
you got. I mean, them sorry ass Lakers. You gotta give them their credit until they knocked off the pedestal.
right. No matter where they sitting at.
Where they sit, they could be seated number 8. You can't count. They are the defending champions. Mm-hmm. And they got that man named LeBron James over there. Now, I ain't a LeBron James fan. I'm not a LeBron James hater, but I know he's a bad man.
Right.
For sure. You know, he with them trash ass Lakers though. That's some cut. But you know, that's a different that's another interview.
And see that's the hard part. Is like, you know, Laker fan, but then it's like, okay, it's just hard to root for LeBron because just like you said, I'm not a hater of LeBron, nor it's just never been, you know, my dude. Like it just wasn't my thing. But you know, hey, keep adding to the Laker dynasty. I guess
you do it. Yeah, I like I said, I never had no hate for Bron. Bron definitely do his thing. Me more or less, everybody know. I mean, I'm a Laker hater, so I had no love for the Lakers. Mm-hmm. Or any purple or yellow. That's just me. But yeah, I respect, you know what I'm saying, what they got going on. You gotta respect Kobe, legends over there that wore that purple and yellow. So that go without saying.
Okay. And then have you ever been to see a game, a Bulls game in Chicago?
No, I haven't. That's definitely gotta be on. You know, I've been to plenty of Cowboy games. That shit like that's just like waking up, right? Mm-hmm. For real, going to a Cowboy game. But definitely got to get to a Bulls game in Chicago.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? In Chicago. But I definitely probably get to see them, you know, being here in Texas. You know, you got a couple of teams down here that you know, Bulls will come through and play in their arena. So I can definitely check them out. But I definitely want to see a home Bulls game.
Yeah.
That's on my list.
Yeah.
That's on my list for sure.
I on my bucket list was to go to the Forum, and I actually got to go to the Forum the last year they played there before they went to the Staples Center.
Okay.
In 90, I think it was 98 or no, it was 90. Yeah, 98. I think it was 90 or 99.
Before they moved to Staples.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was against the Suns, and I think Kobe might have been like Kobe's like rookie year, either his rookie year or
9-6. Yeah, they came in 9-6. Kobe.
Yeah, so it was like 98, 97, 98, because I know it was like my freshman, either my freshman or sophomore year of college. Okay. And I graduated in 97. Okay. So, all right. Now we got let me see. We got one more. We got a couple more topics I want to address before we finish up tonight. So, I wanted to talk about the current state of hip hop. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts about that? I know you were definitely a big
music. I mean, I like music.
Right.
Old, new, rap, R&B. I'm just like, I'm a music connoisseur. Some of the young boys, they're all right. They're all right. Mm-hmm. Some of them, they holding the torch. Some of them might not be my particular style of my preference. Mm-hmm. But some of them do got my preference. I give them a listen. I give everybody a listen though. Speaking of albums, that boy Khaled just dropped one crazy album. You know what I'm saying? He got some artists that went off on that thing too. The whole album.
I haven't heard the whole thing. I was listening.
You got to listen. The whole album, top to bottom. Cat Moray, he tough. Moray, cat out of North Carolina, Fayetteville. Yeah, he just dropped one crazy. So
yeah, I heard a portion of that too.
Yeah. So I mean, I definitely, music is music, man. I mean, you got so many platforms you can get your preference of music on. You ain't even really got to listen to nobody's music if you want. So you don't even have to. You just find what you want to listen to and just rock out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's how I feel.
yeah. Like I said, and it's crazy.
Don't worry about it.
When you I think that's how I ended up I think listening to Morray a while back, and it was just funny when I popped the video on. I was like, I said, that's my dude McMillan, because like he right there in the beginning of Quicksand, and I think he's in his current video. I think he just released a couple of days ago. So big shouts out to McMillan. I know you doing your thing out there as well in the rap game for Fayetteville, man. So keep doing what you do, man.
Yeah, no, man.
I got nothing but support for you. And speaking of what you just said, I'm gonna ask you this this question. And when you just mentioned you just mentioned the Khaled album, and that song stuck out to me. And it was two quotes that sound the song with Nas and Jay-Z. And
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry. I got it on the notes, but I'm too busy trying to look down and up. But you know, I've listened to it a couple times, but to actually like go through it, I kind of go through a system of playing music right before I do my shows. And so he mentions in the song, Nas does, if you don't hear me, that's your fault. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself in terms of like, you know, my cry in the military was like, you know, some people knew what I went through, but not everybody.
Not everybody, yeah.
But people judged me despite the fact some people actually knew about it. So listening to that, it was that kind of stuck out. And then he also mentioned right after that, he said health is wealth. And as far as currently for me, like I had to realize that. I had to realize that, okay, during my time of when I first got out, I had to more or less find myself. I had to more or less go through the struggle, go through all these different changes, as we mentioned at the start of this, you know, being programmed, you know, having to, you know, wake up early in the morning, working all day, every day, and then got to turn around and do the same thing over and over again. And a lot of times we don't get recognized. We don't get the acknowledgement. And it doesn't matter if it is on a piece of paper with an award, or if it's made of metal given to you by an officer or another high-ranking NCO. But a lot of times we don't get recognized. And so I wanted to give you your flowers for the damn good career that I witnessed basically from 2009 until your last day, because I learned a lot from you. And you mentioned you know, the leadership, you know, how to be, you know, make the work environment easy, but get the job done.
Get the job done. That was always the goal. Always the goal. And then just do not cut you off. I think that's a lot of leaders' issues is someone believe just because you have that on your chest, that automatically makes you the boss, or that automatically makes you right, that automatically makes you in charge, that automatically makes you in control. When actuality, everybody under you is what makes you. That's who builds you. You know what I'm saying? Your character. So when you can what's the word? When you can man, lost my train of thought. But when you can reach the subordinates, and you can be on the same playing field as them, you can understand them, you can talk their language, you get more work done. You know what I'm saying? Right. You get more work done than barking. I never had to bark. I don't think I never was a barker. I'm never in there screaming and yelling. You know, hey, look, let's do what we do. get the job done so we can go really do what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? We all want to do what we do, so let's just get the job done the correct way. Do what we do tactfully, either. You know what I'm saying? Tactfully. Watch how we talk to each other. Watch how we do. You know
Right.
So I feel you on that.
And this right here is this will be the final question. Well, no, not the final, but I'm gonna have one more, and then we're gonna close it out with that. But so what is, you heard for basically 20 years, over and over, a phrase, over and over. Somebody asks you, how you doing? They say living the dream. That goes back to the reference of the song, Sorry Not Sorry. So what is your definition of living the dream?
Well, let's say my definition, let's say for me, personally speaking, for me, I can say now I'm just transitioning to the part of living my dream, right? Because I've done my 20, I reached that goal. I'm in the point of transition now. Like you was speaking earlier, the transitioning part is the most hardest part. People, it may not seem like it, but I know, speaking personally myself, I went through some shit mentally. You see me every day, you might not know, like, skin is good, you're tired, but that shit is that transition, that emotions of 20 years, like I said, 20 years of control. Now you're free to roam. Like you say, finding yourself again. You're like, I know who I am, but you still got to find yourself again into the society that's not built around military structure. You know what I'm saying? So it can take an emotional toll on you. And with that being said, that's why I've taken the time off that I've taken off. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been back to work. I don't plan on going back to work. I told myself if I could take 6 months to a year off, then that's what I'll do. So that's where I'm at now. I'm gonna start at 6 months, see how that go, and then if everything's going like I need it to go, then I'm gonna just continue off for a year before I will go get myself committing to another career or anything like that. I personally want to pursue entrepreneurship, if anything. You know what I'm saying? Build my own time, own schedule, own everything. You know what I'm saying? So that way I'm still able to give my time back, which is the whole point of getting the Army, was give time back to my kids. So definitely want to create something that I can move forward and still give the time that I so desire.
And I definitely highly recommend, support you on that. If take as long as the time you need, until, not so much to say like, oh, you get too bored and you're like, you got to go back to work, but you got to, this is a time for, like, your mind was constantly racing for basically 20 years straight. Now you can have that time to just like sit still
down. You know what I'm saying? You're like Skinner, what you doing with yourself? Nothing. What are you doing? Nothing. I mean, I'm doing stuff, but far as like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm chilling. I'm waking up when I want to wake up. I'm doing stuff I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the glory of it, man. So definition of dream, just to get back to your question. Speaking of dream, definition of my dream would be, you know what I'm saying, that's it. Just relaxing and financial freedom, you know what I'm saying, financial freedom, time. That's the biggest thing, man. Being financially free and having that time to enjoy it. That's it. That's the goal.
And so I see that, you trying to like rub in people's faces about like how, you got like all these sneakers and everything. So I just wanted to, kind of like, just flash on you,
some things don't change.
Right.
So it ain't new. If
Right.
you know me, shoes ain't new. You know what I mean? Some things just ain't new. It just continues with time. You know what I'm saying? I've been with when it came to the shoe game, the clothes, the fashion. I just, this is something that I enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, that I enjoy. So, that's just some of the things. Got some stuff planned.
What you think about with the state of the sneaker game in terms of like, people catching L's? You know what I'm saying?
I'm not too big on it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the way it is now, you have a lot of the sneaker game is involved so much, so you got more personnel who are involved in sneakers who probably wasn't involved in sneakers prior. So you got a lot of those personnel who are snatching that. Well, it's a profit thing too. You know, it's a hustle. So you can't knock that. I ain't knocking that at all. A lot of people, they like, you know, they like get to them exclusive ones because the flips be crazy. You know what I'm saying? The flips is crazy. So I don't blame them. Me personally, if I can't just click the button and get it, I don't sweat it. You know what I'm saying? I don't chase the shoes like that. You know what I'm saying? Standing, you know what I mean? Standing in line. I'm like, no, we don't do that no more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But just my love for shoes is just my love for shoes. That's just is what it is. I could just continue to buy them. Look, my son, he a size 9.5 now, like me. So I gotta lock my closet up now. You know what I'm saying?
I can imagine.
Yeah, he about to go to high school. So you know, he going to 8th grade. I mean, going to 9th grade now. So
he really gonna like
high school in years. So he gonna be, you know, I can see myself in there asleep. You know what I'm saying? He coming in here borrowing a pair of 11s or something. But
wear some tape on the bottom of the shoes or something like ain't been worn or something.
I already told him, boy, better stay out my closet.
Right.
But yeah, man.
So
you know, that's something that ain't never changed.
You mentioned business ventures. I see you got your one of your business ventures in the back. So you want to explain to them about the heavy hitters kennel?
Oh yeah, so you know, if you notice the heavy hitter kennels up in the back, like I said, another thing that hasn't changed much about me has always been in the dogs, man. Like dogs has always been my thing. So I always had a desire to do it, you know, kennel style. You know what I'm saying? Raise dogs, kennels, and you know, breed to standard and all that good stuff. So that's just one of the things I'm doing, man. I got a bully from this guy named Naeem, man, out of Austin, man. Austin Night Bully Camp, man. Real cool cat, man. Got my foundation dog from her. From him. Got my foundation dog from him, which is a female. My girl Masika. You might have seen me post up before. And so that's my plan, man. Just, you know, that's just a hobby and a love. You know what I'm saying? As far as the dog. So I definitely want to dabble in that. Gonna dabble in some other things too, man. Putting some things together, so I don't have no announcement or nothing like that, just of what I'm doing. It's just, you know, just weighing some options, put some things together, and, you know, see where we go from there, man. But I definitely got some plans, some ideas, man. So just definitely keep a lookout, man.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. All right, man. Well, this probably is pretty much all I got for the podcast tonight, unless you got anything you want to add, bro.
Man, look, man. I appreciate the even the opportunity to reach out, the call, to say, look, would you mind? I think it's dope. Like I said again, what you got going on in the movement, I think it's dope what you're doing, man. 12 Faces of Sober, man, your journey. Definitely gonna support that. Definitely gonna support that and share. I'll share support. Keep your thing moving. I actually look forward to part 2 interview. You know what I'm saying? To kind of recap from this one and see where we at from this day to the next time we do this, man.
Yeah, definitely. You more than welcome to come back on for sure, because I want to know. I want to know how, you know what I'm saying, you know, if it's a 6-month thing or year thing, whatever it is, or sooner. I just want to know, because like I said, you know, I offered my support. You know what I mean? Anything. If you got questions that you may not be able to get answered right away, and you know, like, okay, you can reach out to me, man. I hit Washington up and he get it for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the type of community that I'm trying to have, man. Is try to help.
Definitely, man. I enjoy it. I think it's dope what you're building, man. It's dope, man. And then, like I say, it keeps those good people you met through your life in the military. Because, like I say, we all got our friends that we came up with, but then what people don't know is in the military, you got some relationships with some people, or you built or found relationships in people that's stronger than the ones you even came up with. You know what I'm saying? Because the bond is so different. You know what I'm saying? Just based off what you went through, or just the individual itself. You know what I'm saying? The individual themselves, they just presented to you a good person. You know what I'm saying? So, like you say, you just want to keep good people in your life. Period. Right. No matter whether it's just to say hi, you just want to always keep good people in your life. No doubt.
Most definitely. But yeah, man, I truly appreciate it, man. I appreciate you coming on and you know, sharing some your experiences in the military, and I want you to I wish you nothing but success. And like I said, man, utilize the VA to its fullest capacity.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Burn a hole.
Listen, it's earned. You better use it.
Yeah.
You better use it.
And that's what's key. And I try to tell anybody that comes out the military, that's the very first thing you do. If you know what I mean, didn't get the med board, sign up for it. Whatever it is, just make sure you go and just, you know what I'm saying, as long as you went to the, you know, you got it on paper that these are conditions you have, they're not going to question it. My best friend.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want to go out with a note, take care of yourself, man. That's to all my people that's still in there rocking out. Y'all still in there doing your thing, man. Continue to do what you do, but guess what? Don't be too proud, man. Get that stuff documented. Get that stuff documented, because when it's said and done, you're replaceable. Believe me, you're replaceable. Hey, and what they say, the Army goes rolling along, baby. Best believe.
Yeah, and don't be mad or offended if somebody tell you why you going to sit call.
Yeah,
you'll understand once you get about the military. Please believe it. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the conclusion of 12 Faces of Sober Speaks podcast with my brother Curtis Skinner. Like I said, I've appreciated the conversation. It's been great. And, you know, I can always remember that my 10th episode was with my brother from the Army.
Yeah,
just
that's good.
A Cowboys fan. But nah, I'm just thankful that we stay connected and are able to have a conversation from time to time. And like I said, man, I really and truly want to get back on the fantasy football. So
listen, we definitely gonna get that back rocking, man. Fantasy is going down, man.
For sure.
Going down. We definitely, you'll see the link. I get that link back up, man.
Okay.
We definitely get that fantasy going on. Like I said again, Watson, man, appreciate it, man. Much respect to you. Keep pushing forward, man. I look forward to interview number 2, man, to get better. I look forward to plenty of interviews, man. Just keep rocking, man. Just keep rocking till we can't rock out no more, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I appreciate you. Definitely, man. See you on next time, man. 12 Faces of Sober, man. Hey, Norfolk, Northview, what's up? Y'all know what it is.
And
the Dream Collection. Make sure y'all go see the Dream Collection, man. Esco doing his thing, my boy Nas, and we out, man.
Okay. This is 12 Faces of Sober, man. Y'all be blessed and have a wonderful week.
Peace.
Peace out.